Hello everyone, this is the Great Pumpkin speaking and welcome to this new episode of Let's Play Mega Man X2. Last episode, we've dealt with the final Mavericks that we needed to take care of and have unlocked the final X-Hunter Fortress. But before we do that, we'll actually be collecting the various health upgrades, sub-tanks and enhancements that we've missed up until now. So I'm gonna leave you to a montage of me getting through these things as this will take way too long. And I'll join you back for the fortress. And we're back, so let's get going with that fortress, huh? I had a little trouble with those upgrades, but I've managed to get something half decent. This also means that we've got a heck of a health bar now, which is pretty cool. I may have mentioned this back when I did Mega Man and Base, but as a rule I generally don't like fortresses in Mega Man games. It's not so much that they're bad, it's that usually they're kind of a pain to get through, and they're always the same. I usually prefer going through the various 8 bosses where I can basically decide what stage I'm running, so that's good. Still, you can be a proper Mega Man fan without actually getting through all the fortress, so I've gone through all of those that I've actually played. This one isn't too bad though. The other stages of those fortresses though, something of a weakness of this game. So here's a trick there. This place would look really suspicious, and the reason for that is this. And I've actually managed to surprise that Mechaniloid, but that's alright. So yeah, it's a little trick when you see a ladder like this over there, you should just charge your Sonic Slicer and hope to catch him. Oh. Ah, got him. Which would have been bad because this thing is actually rather complicated. Not the hardest one, but still. Let's try out some other weapons while we're here. How about the Bubble Splash? We haven't used it much. Done, another one of those ladders, so let's cheat. Oh, wasn't the same one. Usually that weapon actually works pretty well against those scorpions. So does the S-Wheel as well. Got him. Awesome. As I've said, this one is not too bad. I don't particularly care for the third and second one though. Still, there does seem to be a number of alternate paths they could send you back down, so you would have to start over pretty much. Or at least through part of it anyway. These things are annoying though. I suppose using the charged Bubble Splash would be helpful here. So we've got two choices, we go down or we go up. If we go up, we'll actually have to deal with more of those Mechaniloids that closes walls. See? But we'll go through the upper path as this is the easiest one. Awesome, let's use our S-Wheel. Hehe. And there's our boss. Awesome. Kinda like the backdrop they had with the windows and showing the glacier. That was pretty cool. There's our pilot violin, which we didn't get to see throughout the main game, namely because this fight is actually nearly identical to the regular one. What this guy does basically, he just moves this big morning star around like this and just changes these things around to mix it up. During the regular fight, you don't actually get those little blocks that change things. However, the fight remains mostly the same. There's something really interesting about that, in that early on in this game, while they were experimenting with the 3D chip that we saw with that giant sword during Magna Centipede stage, or that giant Mega Man egg head in the opening of the game, they actually did this thing where they... Oh. What? How could he have overloaded my circuits? Ah! So yeah, as I was saying, while they were doing that, usually they expected to have actually 4 bosses being part of the X-Hunters, one of them being female. Their early name were actually the 4 Guardians, a concept that was reused back in the Mega Man Zero series. There were also a number of action figures that were made actually using some evil version of X as the leader of the X Hunters. But yeah, in the end they found out that they didn't have enough space in the ROM, so they couldn't actually get that fourth character in. And also, Violin, whom we've just fought, actually was supposed to fight us in a mech early on. And they couldn't do it because, you know, they like memories. Technological restrictions were fairly commonplace back in the days, not so much anymore. We're gonna try to use the bubble splash during this stage to help us out. I'm hoping it just won't get us killed, which is pretty likely actually. That does make this rather easy, although those things aren't much of a threat really. Hey hon. That's actually a good strategy, what I did against Violin, which is just hugging him with the bubble splash. That will make short work of him. The weird thing though is that it seems that all of the X-Hunters are somehow vulnerable to the... what's its name? The Silk Shot, which is a little strange to be honest. Still, there are some weapons that works better than others against them. Okay, this one is a little difficult. Not overly so, but yeah. Okay, that is good. Just make it that way. Okay, now to figure this one out. Come on, hon, I ain't got all day. Just take the hit. Not so sure about this one. I'm thinking they want us to do a charge S burner. Awesome. We can also open a special section here. If I can stop being a derp. Wonder what's that way. Does sound fairly dangerous though. Oh. Just for free life, not worth it at all. Does mean we'll have to start over though. That's annoying. Oh! Well, that was interesting. Aww. As I said, this thing is rather tricky. It's not even about it being underwater, it's all of those spikes during the flying platform section. And yet another reason why I like that Charge Buster, it's really great for what it does. Does exactly what I want it to do. It's rather strange how some of Dr. Wily's technology actually made it in the Mechanoid's arsenal. That one's actually rather mean. There we go. I actually wonder whether the bubble splash would actually be able to save you there. You could also kind of climb on the side, but meh. Guess you can probably do with just the crystal hunter. Just go like this and... oh my god. Well, not my proudest moment. As I've said, I hate that fortress. You little... Still good music in that section. It was actually reused in Mega Man X5. At least maybe not this one in particular, but one of them. No, I think it was this one. Awesome. Come on, Han. Okay, now let's try to do this right. Hi there. Okay, this guy. There's a trick to those guys that you can actually use. Just drop an S wheel, and that'll be the end of that. And bam! Awesome. So next thing we're gonna need is the Gravity Rush. We didn't use it much up until now, but it's actually pretty helpful. I'm just not sure how many lives I have left though. I do have a spare one. So yeah, Surge is actually fighting us inside of some sort of tank, which is a little annoying to be honest. So there are various ways to deal with those cannons, which needs to be destroyed before he'll actually do something. So you can basically break them with the Magnet Mine, but the best way to do this is with the Gravity Crush. This is also helpful because it can actually save you one more of these if you're in a pinch. Usually the weapon that deals the most damage against this guy is supposed to be the Silk Shot, or at least the charged version anyhow, but I'm told the Sonic Slicer works even better against him, which I'm actually surprised about. This is a little annoying though. Oh. We'll use a sub-tank. Ah yeah, that was the place. It's supposed to be the safest place to actually fight him, or at least make it easier to dodge anyhow. But yeah, dude is pretty annoying. Oh. Speedrun strats. But yeah, I still hate that boss. And bam! Surge. This is impossible! The prophecy must be fulfilled! And just like that. You have to wonder how safe it is to actually get him to explode right next to you. Or for that matter, how the heck X got past that tank. Still, when you've got enough firepower, I suppose nothing's impossible. He did put teleport out though. Anyhow, so we're off to the last section, which as you might guess is Agile's one. Yeah, that's the one that was used in Mega Man X5. Aww. There's something special hidden in this stage. I'm hoping we'll be able to find him, although my memory isn't all it used to be. There is a little trick here that we can do if I can stop being an idiot. Come on, Han. That's better. So just go ahead and use the strike chain. Or at least try to do it. Ah, screw it. Sorry for my language there. Not worth it, but it's possible. You saw me move it a little. I don't like this stage either. Yeah, that's the one. I hate those moving platforms. They might be a Mega Man staple, but I absolutely loathe them. It's a bit dangerous, but it might be worth it. Awesome. Okay, let's try not to be an idiot here. Yeah, I kinda do. I was wondering if I actually needed that thing, but apparently I do. It might actually be the strat here. God, I hate this stage. Okay, it's done. Whew. Which way was it? Up there or down there? Might be up there. Gonna have to get creative. There we are. Free life. Whoa. Oops, wasn't supposed to do that. There we go. Can I actually pull that off? Whew. Scared myself there. Yeah. How the heck? Nope. Was there a life up there? I think there was. Come on. Yes, there was. Good. I may have to cut if it comes down to it. Good thing is that our sub-tanks are filled. Ooh. What they want us to do basically is to dash to the right, fall down, and then use the flame burner to actually, the speed burner to actually get through that section over there. Okay, took me about 10 minutes to get there, but I finally managed to do it, so great, now we can keep going. As you can see, I spent a lot of crystal unders trying to get that bit there. It's way mean, to be honest. Ah, there we are. The secret place. So basically, to see this particular capsule, you actually need to get here at full health. If somehow that weird Sniper Joe looking dude hits you, well, you won't be able to get it. Wow, you're so cool. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Step inside for a special surprise. So yeah, that wasn't really Dr. Light talking, more like the developers of the game. And you'll see what we can do here. So we got that upgrade. And by doing that little thing, you can do the Dragon Punch from the Street Fighter series, much like you could do the Hadouken back in the original Mega Man X. Of course, in order to actually do it in this game, well, you need to be at full health. Which is something I'm not particularly good at, so... Crystal Hunter, really helpful in this stage. Whoa. Whoa, that was close. Okay, up to the last boss, with plenty of lives to boot. And the weapon we'll need for this is the Magnet Mine. And there he is, agile in some sort of giant mech. He's throwing tons of missiles and weird things at you. Aww. That wasn't cool, man. Hey, hon. Don't particularly like this guy. Oh well, that's the end of that. No, this cannot be! Master, avenge me! And that's the end of him. No more X-Hunters. This Master reference, of course, means that there is someone entirely behind the X-Hunters. I wonder who it could be. Anyway, I'm afraid that's gonna be it for the time being. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe, please leave a comment. And that was the Great Pumpkin. You all have a pleasant time now. Bye bye!